What's happening, everybody, and what's happening, Yoakum?
Good
How you
day,
doing?
Meltets.
Great to see everybody. Just want to first thank everybody for coming, and it's a little different. We've got them streaming on both channels, Yoakum's channel and mine. So if you're in the chat, we can see both chats all in one, but on each channel, you'll only be able to see whoever's chatting in that channel. So I would suggest just go back and forth, right?
Yeah.
So that's the only reason maybe you won't see a chat, something we put up from the chat or something. But anyway, how you doing, Joachim? And thanks for being here at midnight your time in Norway, right?
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
doing good these days, and thank you for having me on here together with you in the Melt. And of course, all the Melt heads in the chat. Thank you for always sticking around and researching, trying to figure out this melted realm together. Got so many questions, It's way better when we are. The more we are, the better it is. It is. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And I just want to say too. All right, I don't know if you remember this or not. I don't. We've only been on screen together. I think maybe a couple times, but there was a bunch of people usually. So this was before Shapu's group. It's probably about 3 years ago. Well, yeah. So I first realized this fully from watching amazing places on our, you call it plane, I call it plane in 4K, it's Planet. So, and I, I don't think I ever message you or anything on your channel or for anything, but I put in there one time, said, hey man, check this out, check this channel out. It's great. 4K video and no narration. And it wasn't a week later, I think, that I saw you showing it on screen. But I don't know if you saw my comment or not. I remember showing my wife that. I was like, check this out. And like I said, this has been probably 3 years ago or something. Do you remember that, or did you just find it, or?
I do not remember now.
Okay.
I have no idea. So
Okay, I could tell you have no freaking clue.
Yeah, I don't remember all these details. But
It was
yeah,
just,
must have been a pretty long time ago. A long time, maybe.
it was.
Yeah, 2020 or something. I think that's
Yeah.
when I started my channel. Or
Yeah, you hadn't
29.
done too many live streams at that time. I mean, you
Yeah.
had a few videos. I mean, you'd been doing it for like a year or so at that
Yeah.
point, at least. And then I just made that comment, and it was like, I think your next show, you were showing it, and it was cool for me. I was like, oh man, maybe he saw my comment. I don't know,
Yeah, it's
but
possible. Yeah.
it's great to be on with you like this, and I really do appreciate it again. And
Yeah.
thanks everybody for being here. And let me just shout out some people in the comments, man. Dala, what's happening? Thanks for being here with us, Meltheads.
Beautiful melt heads, always.
Yeah, always. Pat, Panson, oh ye, what's happening, man? We got Steve in the house. Steve's always here. Like I said, I just want to say again, if you're not seeing some in the chat, it's because it's on both our channels. So just check them both out. That would solve everything. What's up, Derv? What's happening? Odin's beard. Early for once. Yeah, it's about time.
Yeah.
Dalla. Let's see who we got here. Bad Plenty. Bad of Plenty. Is that how you say that? What do you think?
I just say bad apple, New York. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. It's difficult to pronounce the name sometimes.
I know. Sometimes
but
I might just skip over them because I'm like, I'll just sound stupid. I don't know how to say
Yeah.
certain things. Natalie. Hey, Natalie. Good to see you. Steph. Hope you're doing okay. So yeah, a lot of people here in the house and just waiting for our evidence, right? Um,
Yeah, I'm excited for some evidence too tonight. You always bring up some amazing boots on the ground, Mark. So yeah, it's amazing with your drone and the the camera quality on it and everything is very good. I love to see it when you come with this kind of stuff. Mm.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
I just when I got the drone, well, I was saving up. I had to get the 4K because I researched and it. When you download it, it doesn't really fully download in 4K. It's right below it, but you have to get the step up. So, but I was so impressed with it. Even when I don't need it, I want to whip it out just because of the camera value of it, and it's steady. I'm always shaking usually. um, but yeah, I appreciate it. It's so addicting, and your boots are phenomenal too, man. You went on a spree there for a little while.
Yeah.
It was really nice. A lot of the bunkers and stuff. I think when you were doing that not too long ago. What area was that in?
It is in Kristiansand, is what the city is called. It's very south in Norway, at least according to the maps I know of. And there is this island that's connected with just a short little bridge, and it's full of these supposed bunkers. So many of them. So when I did those live streams, I just checked out basically the whole island there, and yeah, so all this melt and bunkers, so-called bunkers, and they have to be some kind of components. I can't see anything else with this rebar looking thing in it as well. That doesn't look like rebar, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm looking for more places in the area to do boots on the ground on. I checked one out 20-minute walk this way today, but it was not very impressive. It was some kind of so-called fort, just a circle of rocked up bricks, basically. Not very impressive. So
Yeah, don't you hate that when you go somewhere and you're like, well, I want something just solid and eye opening, even though it really all is. But yeah, I've done that too. Just okay, I got to get something better than this.
yeah, it happens once in a while, but now I don't have to wonder about what's over there, right? Because I check on the map, I just search for bunkers and stuff in this area, and
Mm-hmm.
that was one of them. It was only a 20-minute walk, so
It has gotten easier for me too, looking up stuff. You do it over and over again, and then you see what comes up on whenever you Google something or whatever, an area, and getting a little easier to find stuff.
yeah.
At least for me. But incredible stuff, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
I just want to say, I love your demeanor on everything. It's so easy to listen to you.
Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah.
That's why I've been listening to you for years. So
I appreciate it, yeah. And same
yeah.
to you. You have this calm energy, which I kind of feel like we match a lot because you're very calm, and I am too. Because if people are too intense and stuff, right, then it's more difficult. So yeah, I appreciate you.
Right. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like I'm not calm, but that might be every now and then nervousness or something. But usually once I get in the stream, I'm fine. But I just love showing the melt, just like you. Exciting for me. I think that's the not the anxiety, but the nervousness. Just getting on here and trying to show it. And before, when I first started doing videos and stuff, it was just stuff that really nobody, some of it, thought about, and then called names, and we've all been called names, and you're dumb and all that. But that's slowly drifting off. I think I haven't. It's rare now on all the groups and channels that people are saying this is geology or whatever like that. They just kind of, I don't know what happened. They just they just kind of went away. But I know it's a lot to do with. I think people are seeing it. So
yeah, I think this whole thing is way bigger than what we may think. There is so many people, and when I go on Instagram too, there is always these geology pages and castle pages with 150,000 followers, maybe, and they put a post out of something that's melted, and there is always a comment or two like, "Oh, it's melted buildings," right? People are typing it all over the place, and even if you go on Google now and you type melted buildings, you'll find Tartaria stuff, So
Yeah.
the algorithm is learning from all of us who shares these keywords out there. So
It is.
yeah.
I was just the other day. I was wondering why, like these melted building or meltology channels were coming up on my feed, even though I wasn't subscribed to it. There's not many. I'm not, but it had the word melted in it, and so it was referring. The algorithm was referring to what I was searching for, I guess, and it had the word melted in it. So there's a lot of that, I think now. And I
Yeah.
was just saying the other day too, I think I'm noticing, like, if I put out a video, it looks like, because I'll search it, the title, if you put the name, if you're doing boots or whatever, if you put the name of the place in the title, and then you can put whatever else after it, melted, whatever. But so when people search for that area, not necessarily for meltology, it'll pop up in the feed.
Yeah.
So that's just maybe some advice, I don't know, to people out there, just to get it going so people can see it. What's up, Shapu?
Shapu in the house. Yes.
Yeah.
That's good.
What's up, man?
What's up, man?
Great show last night, by the way. I got to check out a little bit of it, him and Jen. So anyway, maybe we should just get right into it, right?
Into the melt, yeah.
It's on a Melt Wednesday, Hump Wednesday. What is it, Thursday there yet for you?
It has to be.
Yeah.
Since it's Thursday, because it's over midnight, yeah. So yeah, from the future, I guess. Yeah.
All right, you want to rock, paper, scissors? Who goes first?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Wait, we go 3 times, right?
3 times, yeah. Okay.
Paper, scissors. Rock, paper,
scissors.
There, you got me.
Okay. Does that mean I begin or you begin?
Yes, you do. You won.
I do. Okay.
Yeah. I think you can actually do it all yourself, can't you?
Oh, probably. Let's see.
Do you see everything there?
Yeah, share screen. And okay, I always have issues with the photos thing there. We go and share.
Yep, there you go.
So that's on there. Okay, so we can either be in the photo or we can give them full screen. I prefer doing full screen like this.
Yeah, I do too, man.
So they can see a little bit better if they're watching on phones and stuff, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I have a whole bunch of photos today, and a lot of it is gonna be underground, and also some of the supposed bunkers, because there is stuff about these bunkers which makes me believe that they are pockets of survival and likely repurposed into, these war structures and stuff during the Second World War.
Yes.
So here is just a huge melted mess, and it's just big brick debris all over, and you got these H beams here in metal, and yeah, very fried. Don't really know too much about where all of these places are, but I don't really care too much either. And here, fried up and mangled. And here they just turn into this rock-like look to it, which I've seen many times. While the top is just still brick, so it's clearly a whole building that's just been melted. And we show this evidence over and over and over again, and there is so many people who just they can't put any questions to it, which is weird. Yeah, and then I came across this skeletons and mummy, and I have no idea what it is, if they are victims of the melt or if they are staged. I can't really tell, but I just put it in there because some of these people had to be taken from the melt or by the melt.
Mm-hmm.
And I would imagine we're finding remains like this. And the thing here is all brick, mangled, of course, and you just have these bodies in here. There is, I think I have some interesting, a skull that looks very melted or something. It's coming up. Here is these mummy things. I have no idea what it is, but it's there, right? Who did this to people to mummify them? And why, right? We are told about ancient Egypt and everything, but we don't even know what ancient Egypt is, right? So just found it interesting and just adding it in there because I don't know what they are.
And some of these old ones, I've seen they're tied up. Their feet are tied. Their hands are tied behind their back. It's really weird.
Yeah.
And we're still digging them up. I mean, there's no telling. This whole place just it killed everything just about it.
Yeah, everything basically. It's strange. And here are just more skulls and some bones remains, of course, inside a melted red brick building. Yeah, could be victims of something, right? But it could also be staged sometimes if they just have plastic skulls and they're trying to make a narrative or something. So it's difficult to know.
Yeah.
And here is inside some more very fried stuff, and you have this. Everyone have seen one of those. It's sitting in there, but you can see the brick wall is very, very mangled. And I think, yeah, you can see bricks in here, very destroyed around the whole thing. Looks like it goes deeper inside here too, into the ground. But you have this laying inside here. What the hell is this?
Yeah. And they probably say that was carved around it.
Yeah, probably. Okay, we go next. This has to be like in the Egypt area, and I just noticed the right side here. Something happened to it. It's getting a little bit swollen here, and out on this statue here as well, you can see compressed brick lines. So it's very weird because it's so selective. You have the damage here, while up here it's totally fine, right?
Right. Almost split in half.
Yeah.
With the damage.
It's all cracked and destroyed in here. And yeah, here is one of those I found. Look at this one. The skull here, and what's this around? Got some mangled stuff on it.
Yeah, something's fried and attached to the skull, looks like. It could be metal or anything.
So this is possibly a victim of the X Factor, and there has to be more. There just has to be. If the population was as large as we believe it to be, then where are all the victims and bodies, right? Inside the ground, so we're basically just living on top of a graveyard, which is kind of creepy.
It is. I was thinking about that the other day. We're just walking on a graveyard.
Yeah. And of course I have the bricks balloon wrap, and yeah. And we got something more, a body or something here, but it looks very mangled. And really, I think the skull is here, and it's just inside the mouth. There is something more here. And inside the melted buildings, whoever was inside these buildings had to get pretty hot. So, and there you just have these weird pockets of survival inside the building, which is very interesting. And of course, we know the narratives for this. So many of these so-called caves and stuff must have been repurposed into mines, but not originally constructed as mines, because they was already there, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
But there is useful minerals and stuff inside here that you can dig out from the melt. So that's why we do that. And then, of course, you have this huge brick wall inside, supposed cave or mine or whatever. And yeah, it's all fused together. Meltheads know what it is. And okay, there you have this patch of brick too. You know, if you're digging out these mines or whatever, and you kind of have this natural wall already, then why do you need to do this when you have like this here? So it just doesn't make any sense.
Exactly.
Just for a mine, you know,
Yeah.
it just doesn't make zero sense. And there is a so-called bunker not too far from me. I have to go back there, I think. You go down into the so-called mountain, and then suddenly all the walls and roof and everything is just red brick in there.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and that's supposedly for a war. And when it's like a war, how the fuck do you get to manufacture all these bricks and get it out there and build it? And you know, there is just so much stuff that doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
So yeah, the buildings had to be there already and just inherited and repurposed into war. Here's more red brick structure, and the sides here is thoroughly cooked out, very very fried here and here. Completely damaged, but you have a small, a little bit of red brick pieces again here left. So that's how we know what it was originally. The roof also red brick. Everything was red brick. Yeah, here you can see this huge chunk that fell off, but there is no rebar in here.
Right.
Just no rebar, just something I noticed. So I do believe these to be red brick, but they turned into this in some circumstances, because if this was a concrete structure, then you would need more rebar and stuff.
Right.
Otherwise, it doesn't. Concrete sucks without rebar, right?
Yeah.
It's
It doesn't work
useless.
too well.
Yeah. Here more red brick, and the sides, the walls just rocked up again like this, and you have a bunch of brick laying around, and these archways and columns just melted. Okay. And here is one of these things again. That's just pockets of survival. It's fused into the rest of the melt, and it had to be here already and repurposed. I just can't see anything else. Let's see.
I can't hear.
Yeah. And then you have this stuff here, which, I mean, if this is supposed to hold this up and prevent it from collapsing and stuff, I just see this is a pretty horrible job here. I don't know if this is actually something to keep it up, or I mean, they had wood too, so could this be some remains from inside the building? Could be.
I still get confused at that, Joachim. Like I'll see the wood, I'll see some charred stuff too, and I think it might be a mixture of stuff put there and then not. But it's really hard to tell. Sometimes.
It is very hard. It is. So that's why I'm just kind of raising the questions. I think I got a few more photos of this, and there was something I noticed, I think. So we got to question everything. That's what I enjoy that. And here you have, just pipes coming out from the melt. Like, if this is deep inside a mountain, I mean, these pipes have to come out somewhere. So how the hell do you do that?
Right.
And I worked as a plumber, and I know sometimes it can be tricky to get the pipe where you want it and stuff. So why is the pipes just coming from the mountain? And you also came across one of those that had water coming from it still.
Yeah, I was just shocked. I just walked up to it and just stood there for like 5 minutes staring at it.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? And I went straight up to where it connected to the supposed mountain to check it out, and I was just even more amazed. I'm like, this was X factored. It's just left over.
Yeah,
Crazy.
had to be.
Yeah.
And here inside another so-called cave thing, and I don't really know why I grabbed this photo, but it is inside some melt. And you have this railroad thing too, which I don't know if they put it here or if it was here already.
Right.
It's very difficult to tell sometimes.
It's like you almost have to be there really sometimes
Yeah.
to actually make a 100% statement of my dog.
Hmm. And here you have this turned into got this concrete look to it now, but it's just remains. And here is more wood. And here they actually put some planks or this way too. So here it makes sense that it's to prevent collapsing down on his head.
Right.
And here, very melted. And you see there is some column things in here. This one looks a little swollen here maybe, but you got some columns around a little bit. So, and the floor is also brick. It's very fried inside here and just underground somewhere, and yeah, remains.
Yeah.
Very obvious brick lines on this one. Got a whole bunch. There is no such thing as sedimentary layers or whatever they call it in geology. It's all brick lines, guys. So yeah, it's called evidence. I don't understand how plate tectonics and stuff can just generate this stuff with these perfect lines that go on for miles and miles and miles and miles sometimes.
Yeah, it's crazy sometimes. All the time, really.
Yeah, all the time. And here, yeah, also inside something old, and you have this huge metal beam in here.
Yeah.
Like, how the hell? Why is it here, right?
Right. Just that's the only one you're going to put there.
Yeah. So it's just sticking out here, and
Yeah.
what purpose does it have? Because these dome structures like this, they never collapse. So has to be for something else too. And you can see a little bit of the brick through here as well. So the whole thing is just bricks just turned into this, maybe exterior concrete finish, and you have a huge ass beam in here. I just noticed it. So here it is again.
Wow, that's big.
Yeah. And it looks like there is something more to it. Like, why is it here? It serves no purpose
At all. That's the only one for hundreds of feet.
Yeah. And then some more red brick, of course, up here behind the layer. And then you have huge ass pipes coming out too in some of these. So I'm just exploring a little bit of underground. Yeah. And here got some Russian writing. I've been on Yandex. So yeah, see here. They're just expanding and melting here.
Yeah.
So a melted red brick. Very bad heat damage here. I think the Russians, I think they have some good evidence sometimes. They probably explore a lot of stuff over there. And here you can see the bottom also melted and mangled on both sides. And here the bricks are just turning into this.
I looked at so much of this stuff, what you're showing too, just in that last train tunnel I went to. A lot of this looks just like it. Supposed train tunnel.
Yeah, supposed train tunnel, and then some of it is sewers as well, like the London underground sewers and stuff. And it's so massive, and to build something like that, to plan for it, it can support such a big population number because of the dimensions of everything, and plan that. And that was finished, was it like 1870 or something? I mean, how did I have the manpower to lay these brick sewers under a whole city at that time? How did I have bricks and everything, right?
I mean, all they would have to be doing is just constantly hauling in pallets of bricks nonstop.
Yeah, yeah.
Just it's ridiculous.
And those bricks has to be transported from somewhere, like a kiln or something, with horses and buggies on muddy roads in rainy weather. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. There is so much to it, to building something, all the transportation and the manpower and everything. So it
Yeah.
just doesn't make sense. And here you have another one of these with a bunch of more metal beams going through, and really don't know the purpose for it, but it's there. If it remains. And yeah, the bricks cooked out here, so got these bricks around and some weird pattern inside here too, and then some more brick here in this archway, and it's all melt underground. And here you got this patch of brick that I wanted to show. See here, stuff like this.
That is a lot of brick.
That is a lot of brick. It is a lot of brick. And it needs coordination and, the whole thing here. I don't know how long this thing is, but just look at the roof here. All these bricks and everything, how the hell do you do that?
Yeah, insane.
At horses and buggy time, Pretty impressive. And here you got more bricks cooked out. So you got these openings into these melted buildings all over the place. It's just so crazy.
Mm-hmm.
More mangled bricks. You can see the bricks up here, and the bottom is very... I'll have a few bricks, but some of them are just too deformed to recognize.
Yeah.
Okay, we go next. Here, this is funny. So you have all of this. They call it like says something about minerals or something that builds up over time, and it's probably rock solid and stuff. What if it's just melt coming from inside here and pouring out and
Just
then densifying?
Pouring out, yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Because they call it. I saved the text, but I can't really read it at the moment. But yeah, the text is there, so it said something about some minerals.
Right, it's something like stalactites-ish. Yeah, kind of. And they say it's on stalactites, it's lime deposits. Well, guess what's in mortar? Lime.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Yeah, and you can see the place too has been cooked out over here, getting swollen and expanding out. So I mean, it could be melt. Just funny. So. And here you got more melted brick. You can see they've been distorted here a little bit and not perfectly straight anymore. And also just huge, massive underground brick stuff, which is just abandoned. Looks like you have some water coming here too.
Yeah, they probably call it a built sewer system or something.
Yeah.
For 1,000 people.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
And here we got just more water systems and some melt. So you got this concrete melt stuff coming over it.
Huge rock curtain, like.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Huge rock curtain. And here you got this whole section here, just what happened to it.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell happened? Because like we have mentioned and talked about before, these bricks and mortar, they sit together so strong. It's very durable. So how can this whole area just be blasted to shit like this?
Mm-hmm.
Like what happened? Cooked out brick with, of course, brick still in it, in red brick condition. Got some bricks laying around here and there, and some of them expanded, or much of it expanded into rocks and blocks. See, it's just all heat damage. And of course, a tunnel. It's always a train tunnel.
Always.
Every time.
If there's just a little bit of tracks and it goes down under or in the mountain, it's a mine, or it's a cave. If there's no tracks, it's just unbelievable.
Yeah, they're using the same narrative for all these places. Like,
Yeah.
and all they gotta do is put a sign up with a bullshit narrative at some site, and people will buy it. That's all they need to do. It's so easy.
Yeah.
Big melt here, and everything else completely destroyed too. And yeah, it goes forever inside here. These tracks here. Yeah. And here you got all this stuff. What the hell is it? So it's all metal and of course brick walls, and it's supposedly inside some kind of mine or something. So is this original? Is this already there?
It's just a total wreck. I mean, it makes no sense, any of that, as far as probably what they say.
Yeah. So could be just some stuff that was already there, like everything else. And here, this frame thing, I mean, was it already here? Do you do it like this to prevent the thing from collapsing?
Right.
So I just found it interesting. And
some have planks on the top of them, some don't. It's all over the place, really. As far as them trying to say they're holding it up, which some could be. It's just so hard to tell sometimes.
It is, yeah. And to build this whole thing, you'd have some kind of incredible welding job down here, and it's everything. So
I lean more towards all that's was in the melt, because, like you said, just getting all the iron and the welding and all the manpower it just takes to do that is just, I don't know, doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I feel like too. And then you have one of these, which it looks like these wooden poles here. Some of them looks like they are inside the melt here. Or is it just my eyes?
No, when you first brought the picture up, I was like, that looks like it's in the melt.
Yeah. So this is, is this also, was this here already? I don't know. So I think it's very important that we question these things, because there is very many bright people in the chat. I haven't been able to check so many of the comments while I'm presenting here. But just to get these ideas out there in all these bright melt heads, it's a good idea.
Yeah.
And here you have, just weird ass. This whole, why is the pattern like this? Yeah. Don't really know what it's supposed to be, but it's all buildings, and again some wood here.
Mm-hmm.
And here inside this one, you just have more wood, and you also have all these pipes and stuff. I don't really know what it is for. But here this wood looks like it's like in the melted brick here.
Yeah.
That it goes a little over it, so that could tell that this wood was here already.
Mm-hmm. And why would you put that one there where your cursor's at? Just that one to hold up that whole ceiling?
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just so many questions. And of course these are everywhere apparently. So many photos of these little archways sticking up all over the place, all mangled up here. And imagine what could be in here in some of these places. You see them everywhere. Entrance into the building. That's what they call a mountain.
Yeah.
All nonsense. It's made up.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. You see what happened to it. It's incredible. And it just sits there. And, I don't know if this is near us or some popular trail to walk on or whatever, but people don't question it when they walk here. It looks like some people might have been walking
Mm-hmm.
based on the trail here. I don't know, but they never question stuff like this. And here, look at this mess. So you got the bricks down here and here that turned into dirt, and now you have some rock curtain coming down
Right.
over here, and some bricks and stuff. So this is also in the middle of nowhere somewhere. It's just
Of
like
course.
this, always. And here everything is very cooked, but you still see the brick lines, of course. So I'll compress to melt it down on itself, and here the bricks went crazy and turned into this, what they call rock. Brick lines all over. Brick lines, block lines, just sitting there. And of course, they will likely call it some kind of fort or something, because it's always by the ocean, and it's such an easy lie.
Yeah.
And then you have this circle hole with a metal
Mm-hmm.
ring as well, and it's in the middle of nowhere, and I have no idea what it's supposed to be. No idea. But they do have this. Yeah, I'll get to the photos, I think, with these bunkers and stuff. So here is one that just looks, fried, and it's red brick. And this is supposedly some kind of World War II built bunkers thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
They are everywhere across this whole plain, and they are always World War II bunkers. But look at it.
Yeah.
I mean, what happened here?
Yeah. Who would ever put it together like that?
Yeah,
It's really not that old, supposedly. I mean, that's a terrible construction. If someone would really do that, you can see the melt going right through the middle of it from the
yeah,
top down to the
yeah,
bottom. Look at that.
yeah. So yeah, some kind of components, and they happen to have these tiny little windows, and telling them, oh, they had a gun down out here and stuff. It's very easy. So they must have been very lucky to find them like this, so you could actually use them for a war as well. I mean, it's
Yeah.
kind of weird, but it is what it is. Maybe that's why they told that lie. And here you just have a brick structure covered in brick ash. And then, yeah, we have more of these supposed World War II bunkers. It's all brick. And yeah, it's very weird. Here you have this metal rod sticking out. Yeah, I think they are pockets of survival. So
And a lot of
it's a
those
lot.
rods, like you're pointing out, that I've seen personally, they're all, some of them are twisted and bent down, and some of them are super thick. And it's like there's no way to bend that unless it was like super heated or something and bend it.
Mm-hmm.
But it just doesn't look normal. How would it get like that? It just bend. Um, Not necessarily that one, but just a lot that I've seen.
Yeah, I know. I know what you mean by these rods bent all over the place. I mean, there
Yeah.
is no way to do that by hand.
No.
So something must have happened, and now you just have this sticking out. Probably pretty well hidden. Maybe you have a parking lot out here, but you don't really see this. And just stuff like this can be everywhere.
Yeah.
People don't pay attention, and look around in the middle of the forest. Just sitting there, pocket of survival, of course. Melted mangold and concrete mold upgrades on here.
It was a tornado shelter back in the day.
Yeah. And see here,
Oh,
you
wow.
have this chunk of mangled brick, and then you have this H-beam, which is also bent and twisted in a weird way. I think there is another photo from it too, and it sticks down into the melt here. So to bend one of these requires some serious power or heat. Yeah.
It almost like it was straight up, and then maybe that what it's connected to fell over it and twisted it like that, possibly. But yeah, nothing could do that.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like this was up here and fell down. I think I had another photo too, but I don't know if I sorted it properly. We'll see. And then I came across this, just a huge melted mess, basically. You see some kind of wall or something here, and some openings and block lines, and a huge mess. It's just some building here.
Nice and blue too.
Nice and blue, yeah.
Weird color, yeah.
More brick structures, nothing too interesting, but it goes down and into the earth, into the melt. And you have, what's under us.
Yeah, exactly.
Archways, bricks, just because this little thing collapsed here and now it revealed this. You got some bricks up here also cooked out. And yeah, what's under us? How deep does it go? More so-called bunkers, and they just look very buried, to been sitting there only since the Second World War, like all this mud and stuff around, and they look older, and they also look heat damaged and fried. So that's my take on it, at least. And I
Odin's
think
beard just said more underneath than above.
Yeah,
very true.
Very true. Yeah. And then you have these stuff, and what I have noticed also in the area over here is, they tell us, oh, it was a cannon here or a gun, but they always are removed, supposedly.
Yep.
Like, why can't some of them stay there for like memorial purposes, or like, it's very easy to disable these guns, so it can't be used for anything, just as some kind of art or whatever, which I thought was normal, but they are always removed. There is very few that actually has guns on them.
Right.
So why is that? So the whole thing could have been something completely else. Pocket of survival without a gun. Maybe it was something else on here. And then you have this pocket of survival here, and you can of course see the bricks being exposed. And this one has a lot of these metal things in it over there, and you got some weird stuff going on. It's just, yeah, has to be pockets of survival. But it's like they have a different building style with all this metal in here and stuff. So it's like, why? What's different with it? I mean, some people suggest it could have been, multiple resets and multiple civilizations that was erased. I personally do not know, but it could be. Who knows? And here we got some archway and goes into the melt as well. This is supposed to be a natural formation right there. I don't think so. It goes down in here. Okay, and here is just more stuff that you find in the middle of nowhere. And it's very easy to say, oh, you had a gun on here that could rotate or something. It's very easy to say that, and it's very easy to believe that. But when you look at it, it could be something else. This metal going down, and it's all in brick ash here. Got some floor, whatever here.
Yeah, that metal totally fused into it towards the bottom of it. Just some of them,
yeah.
Especially that left one right there, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh, they have a plaque on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course they do.
Of course,
yeah. So they just have to explain something. I mean, it's very, very likely this to be some kind of old world device of some kind. I don't know. They just slap a lie on it. More of these structures here, all red brick, and it's just sitting there. Yes. And here you got stuff all over the place. Everywhere you have. Here you have just this archway thing. And then, yeah, more stuff below our feet. With bricks all over. So interesting. So weird, this reality sometimes. And then you have just these huge ass pipes or whatever they are going into the melt. Don't really know what it is, but it's just sitting there. Somebody built it for some purpose.
And you see those circles like that, tunnels with irons sometimes, or iron and brick, or just brick, which is so there. It's got to be different functions, but just easy to compare them because they're all kind of the same, but just made with different material, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very strange. And let's see here. Yeah, just more pockets of survival sticking out. And here got some remains, and looks like it was a fire or something here. Don't really know, but it's all very cooked out and just brick ash surrounding it.
Let me read Face Diaper's comment. We can barely keep drywall from molding and shingles ripping off in a hurricane, only if we had magical donkeys. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the magical donkeys. Yeah. And then you have this huge, big ass thing here. And I do believe this also to be have been through the X Factor. You see bricks laying around and the whole thing, the damage of it. You got this supposed rebar all over, metal. It's going down deep into the ground. Just something is here.
Yeah.
Looking fried and stuff.
Whatever it was, it's a function we don't really know about. Look, I mean, that thing's.
Yeah.
There's no reason for that in whatever they say. That's just crazy. The ground.
It had to be some kind of component or technology for something. And here, hell.
Welcome. It says welcome, I think, on the top. Yeah, welcome to hell.
Welcome to hell. Thanks. Okay, so yeah, you got some bricks.
Wow.
In here. This thing is bricks, but it looks like this, and they claim, oh, it's a World War II thing. Okay. And the Earth is probably a spinning ball. Oh, okay. Yeah.
A shout out to all the Australians that are living upside down.
Oh yeah, damn. That must be a struggle. More brick structures going into the so-called Earth. They're just everywhere. And here, another supposed Second World War bunker, and it's just buried. I mean, who put this dirt here to bury the building?
Right.
And was it wind that put it here, or I just don't buy that whole narrative anymore. I've seen too many photos, and this looks like pockets of survival, which changes the whole history even more. The Second World War, everybody were told this and that, but it's all bullshit. So
they could have used some of them, right? Yeah. But how many did they not use? And we're told, all of them were used. Was it 80% not used? Could have been. Yeah, I think about that. Or was it hardly any of them that were used? So.
Yeah, man. So yeah, and you know, just like I've mentioned, to manufacture all of these bunkers when there are suddenly countries invading you, trying to kill you, and planning for where to put them, get all the materials and manpower to build them. You know, just you can't do that in that situation, I think. So yeah, you got some metal frame maybe or wood, can't tell, but it's sitting here. It's brick structure and it's very destroyed.
Oh,
And you have this archways here in the brick ash. I just grabbed a whole bunch of different everything so we can see.
well, they're
Yeah,
great. They're great.
more buried buildings and you know pockets of survival. And it's all brick, of course. And how old is this tree here? Because it's just growing on it. So
Yeah, I look at a lot of that now. How
yeah,
big are the
good.
trees? Are they oaks? Are they something that takes a long time to grow? And does it make sense again?
Yeah,
Usually,
exactly. So much doesn't make sense. So you have this pocket of survival. This also has this metal, whatever it is. I think it has something to do with electricity and the component, because it's not rebar. You don't rebar these brick structures.
Mhm.
More stuff into the ground, just sitting somewhere, just left and forgotten.
Yeah,
At some point, it was a purpose for it. More stuff going down. And here, let's see. Yeah, got this. It is all damaged, and it's just been sitting there. And you got some brick lines coming through it still.
yeah,
And yeah, pockets of survival just all over this whole earth. And
wow,
yeah, this one was also weird.
yeah,
I have no idea what's going on, but the whole thing looks like goddamn metal.
yeah. It does. So you can see
Yeah,
the rivets right there too. That,
yeah.
yeah,
Thick metal plates is this built by, and look at the trees and stuff. You know,
yeah.
so it's built. You know, these trees can't grow right after. This had to be here for a while. So, and I just spotted a few bricks.
Uh-oh, brick.
So it has some bricks in here too. But look here, this is pretty durable metal.
Yeah,
What is it? So buried in brick ash and covered in pretty big trees here. So I have no idea what it is. And yeah, another building here with apertures and everything all around it here. And now they're driving on top of it, parking their cars
yeah. It was a
and
garage
stuff.
for him. Old world.
Yeah. And yeah, got just this. What's the purpose for this?
Yeah,
Yeah, in the middle of nowhere, and yeah, it's all very cooked out here. More entrances into the melt. Goes down and into the melt. It's all red brick, of course. You can see them peeking through over, yeah, here, and just openings, brick, like so much. So many people talk about hollow earth, and there is something to it. I mean, if it's enormous, massive buildings down there and they had rooms and stuff, yeah, something is hollow inside there.
right.
Pocket of survival right here, very scorched looking and fried. And it's right next to this very straight looking thing. not naturally generated. All red brick, of course. I wonder how deep it goes. Just sitting there. Only the melt heads know what it is. And here, more melted, mangled stuff, and you have all these metal things here again, which I wanted to just show.
Wow.
Like some of them just bent, like you're saying,
Yeah.
like weird and twisted and everything. And I don't really know what it is for, like the purpose, because it's originally brick structures that turned into this, whatever the hell this is.
Yeah.
So electricity or something, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they're going crazy here. Look. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
they're
That's
all,
nuts.
they're all over the place in this photo. So whatever it is, it's weird. And here is just some building with tiny, tiny pieces of brick on it. Let's see. Yeah, here. Mangled archway with a huge tree growing right here and another one right there. So this has been there for a while.
Yeah, those are some old trees right there.
Yeah, think so too. So yeah, pretty
Especially,
massive, the roots going down. So sitting there, another whatever supposed World War II bunker thing with no cannon in the middle. Never any cannons.
no, it was melted. They had to take it away.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so it's all in the forest here, a whole bunch of trees and everything, and whatever it is, it's not what they tell us. I don't think. And yeah, more melted structures going into the ground. H beams on here,
Hmm.
melted, and yeah, it's buried.
Hey, Joachim, I'm going to shut this door. It'll take me about 2 minutes. So it's going to be real loud, so I'm going to mute it. And
Oh, okay, yeah, that's
be right
fine.
back. Yeah.
Yeah, sure, man, sure, man. Okay, let's see. So here again, you have this supposed rebar thing. Hold on, okay. Supposed rebar thing again, and it's also bent and mangled, and yeah, it's in there, but it's not what we are told. So it's just pockets of survival. This supposed World War II bunkers was already here, and some of them were just repurposed. So another one right there, looking melted with the texture and everything. And this also has metal rods sticking out of it, like whatever it is for. Just trying to raise some questions in the bright minds of the melt heads. Because look at this stuff, it's not what we're told. It's very buried here, and it's sitting in the middle of nowhere, looking like components and just left and forgotten.
It's some of it. If you walk up to this stuff in the middle of nowhere, I mean, it's still amazing to me. It's just like, what the hell? There's nothing around here for
Yeah.
miles. Usually, you're just gonna go up in the middle of the woods and start bricking and cementing stuff and digging holes. It's just
Yeah,
no sense.
makes no sense. And here you have another pocket of survival, something bricks all rocked up and blocked up with another one of these center thing, no gun, and then brick structure here too in the trees in the background. So whatever this is, it's you got this everywhere.
Yeah.
Very many of these. Very rarely any guns. More brick structure. In the middle of nowhere. And then what the hell is the purpose for this? Yeah.
That is real dumb right there.
Yeah. So little pocket of survival and trees on top. Just purposeless. I mean, if my boss told me to build that, I'd ask why. What do you need?
Right.
What do you need it for, man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Park that's where you keep the donkeys. Keep them dry.
Yeah. Donkey parking. And then you have this weird stuff. You got tons of these too. Just big, rocked up slabs on the top and the sides, and then one hole in it. I think I have some more photos of these things here. I have no idea what it is, but it's many of them, and you can of course see brick lines inside this not naturally generated rock. It's a melted brick thing with a hole here. So here, it's many of them. Don't really know what they are, but that's fine. And it's all melted, of course, and expanded out, ballooned. It's sitting here. I mean, is this supposed to be the door? Are you supposed to crawl through here?
Yeah. That little nice chisel that supposedly looks like a right above it. Little decorations on top of the little circle door. Yeah. All that stuff.
Yeah, all that stuff. Yeah, and if you are out eating a lot and then you get a little bit bigger, then suddenly you won't fit in your home.
I'm stuck.
Yeah. Yeah, you have plenty of them. No clue what it is, but you always have this hole and this. The bricks here are all melted together into these huge slabs. Weird stuff. And here is just a melted structure here, I think.
Oh yeah.
With some holes. And it's just collapsed and sitting there. And everything else is just turned to rocks and stuff. Another one of these. And this one is very melted on the side here too.
Yeah.
Expanded up. And then similar stuff, and here is their bullshit narrative. That's all then I need to do. Put this sign here, and everyone passing by will believe whatever the hell this says. That's
They
all they
read
need
it
to
like,
do.
okay.
Yeah. That's how easy it is.
Yeah.
They will tell us, oh, it's carved here, and some monkey man and his wife and 3 children were living here. They had to crawl out in and out of this little hole, and whatever. It's crazy. Yeah, it's all melted, of course. And did I put the fence around it? Like they don't want you to go up and investigate it closer, because I can see some chain stuff here.
Yeah.
So I mean, they don't even let us to go up and investigate. Like, are you gonna destroy it? I mean, it's a solid rock thing. Yeah.
Right.
So,
It's been through hurricanes, tornadoes, rainfall, floods, but yeah, you don't touch it.
yeah, don't touch it. Yeah, and here another home of some Oga Monkey Man, and it's all compressed pancake brick lines here, all melted together into a huge thing again. Look how straight it is up here. Some bricks in here, and then this weird hole again. They all have the same, this weird little hole.
Yeah, that is crazy.
It is kind of strange. So, and another one right there with a hole and huge swelling balloon rocking up here and expanding everything melting together, and now has this gray so-called mountain look to it. This is what 99% of so-called mountains is in Norway looks like. Just this gray stuff like this. So
Yeah, we have
there's
a lot of that here too. Looks just like the grayish look.
the very grayish look. There is no red mountains here or white mountains. It's mostly just gray, looking like this stuff here. Huge slabs, everything melted together, some melt here, and then this hole again. I mean, I don't know what it is. So I just grabbed a whole bunch of photos in there. Here you can see the brick lines through still, and this one has a huge crack in it. And a big melt on the top. More entrances into the melt, all fried, of course. And also has this supposed rebar, which is, I don't think it's rebar, man.
No,
I just don't.
I've seen too many times, and then you're showing with brick in it also. So
Yeah.
it was once brick, and the supposed rebar going through the brick, also with probably a coating on the outside, and it just changed to that.
Yeah, that's what I really believe that too. So it's the same with this stuff. But this is some kind of pretty massive thing here, and it's just cracked and it's sitting buried all the way. And is this supposed to be some kind of World War II something? I mean, I don't know the narrative for all these places, but that's probably what they say about this. Like, a bunker and some in the middle of nowhere, and just nonsense. More red brick stuff right here, and also just more building and stuff under us. What's under us? I want to know.
And how far does it go? Yeah.
Yeah. And here, some weird, I think they had a panorama shot or something, I don't know. But just weird structures all fried, and a whole bunch of this metal again. It's just sitting there. They used a fisheye or something for this photo. I don't know what's going on with the thing around here.
Yeah, a little trippy there.
Yeah, something is weird with the photo, but yeah, it's a building at least.
Yeah, it's fried.
Fried buildings. And then you have this one, and you have all these metal rods sticking out with a spiral on them.
Yeah.
I mean, what the hell is this?
So what is that?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know. And then you have this too, being metal here. I don't know if this is what they say you could shoot out of or whatever, but who cares?
Yeah.
So you have this in the buildings too, and all these metal rods. Very strange. More fried buildings here, and looks like you have some metal beam sticking out there, and another one there.
Yep.
And the whole thing is mangled. Huge melt in here.
I guess they were telling you they were protecting the forest, huh?
Yeah.
right in the middle of the forest.
Yeah. Oh, it has tons of these beams coming here too.
Oh, yeah.
So I
Everywhere.
don't really know what it is for, but it's there. Then one of these nicer looking ones they even put some concrete molds on here, and they wrote something, but it's brick, and it's buried, and it's in the middle of nowhere, and nobody probably knows about it.
No.
More thoroughly fried looking old wall something. Got the letters here, some names they wrote. But look, it looks like the electricity is, going through here or
Yep.
something and just frying it in specific areas or something.
Hmm.
It's very, very strange. It goes on in the middle of nowhere. More of this weird stuff. This is similar to one that's in my area at the Cannon Museum. They have one similar to this with these stairs here and stuff. No idea what it is, but it looks like a component
Hmm.
of some kind.
Yeah, I've seen similar stuff at a fort or two that I've been to. Yeah, it looks that fashion.
Yeah, that fashion. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's very strange. And this stuff over here, what the hell? And yeah, don't know what it is, but it's not what they tell us. This one got a huge blast here, fried, and this side too. Very damaged, and it just, I mean, this fashion here, you see this is metal going here, and these stairs, upside down stairs, whatever. I mean, what's the purpose?
Right.
It has to be, yeah, some old world with the components and tech and stuff. That's why they did it. More of this supposed World War II something. Just, yeah, sitting there, and of course, brick. There is no way you can't build all of this. It's millions of these things. You can't just do it during one war.
Right.
It's impossible. More, yeah, more fried, mangled stuff. Doorway, bricks turned into this. Another aperture. Looks like you might have metal around in it. And more, yeah, supposed World War II nonsense.
Yep.
Yeah. And here you got some brick stuff. Start excursion. I don't know what that means, but you have this bunker stuff going into it. Into the melt. Yeah. And another supposed bunker. They're just everywhere. And here I saw this stuff. I mean, here you got some red brick, and then here they're all turned to this.
Yeah. Wow. I'll be showing some stuff that looks kind of like that, just little
Yeah.
balls of rocks like that
Yeah.
put together. Yeah.
Okay, good. I love it.
And why would you build with that brick and then all of a sudden just pick up stones around in the forest?
Yeah.
You
Yeah, right. It just doesn't make sense. So it goes all the way up the stairs, and then, yeah, and they're chopping down some big ass trees over here too. And here, yeah, okay, this was weird too. But you see the building; it's fused into the whole thing here, and then you got this archway, and then this metal thing here.
Yeah, that's weird.
Like, is it like inside the archway, or is it right in front of it? I can't really tell.
It
Did
looks
they
like
seal it? Did they
it.
block it, or
Yeah, I think they sealed it maybe
yeah?
because it obviously goes way down because it's just a quarter of the archway, really, but possibly it's sealed it up.
Damn, yeah, maybe they didn't want people in there. I mean, imagine breaking in here. That's the kind of stuff we gotta do. So, yeah, very interesting. Just the very top of structure fused into. You can see the aperture here, and it's fused into the whole so-called mountain. So, and they sealed it because they're hiding whatever it is. Supposed graveyards.
That's mighty close to each other.
Yeah. Supposedly. Yeah, just stuff and a whole bunch of trees here. Like it's just abandoned, it looks like, in the middle of nowhere. I think I have a few photos of this. Yeah, like here. I mean,
Oh,
like it's just abandoned completely. Like, yeah, I don't understand how this can be just a graveyard and in the middle of the forest abandoned.
yeah. It's almost totally taken over by the foliage and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, and they look like components, and why do all of this here just for a dead guy?
Yeah, it was very important.
Yeah, very important. Okay, that seems to be my photos.
Right on.
Yes, that was my photos.
That's it.
So I hope the melt heads out there in the chat enjoyed those.
Want me to remove this? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
There you
Remove
go.
that screen share. Oh, hello. We're back on the screen.
Awesome stuff, man.
Yeah.
Great
Thank you,
stuff.
man.
Like like you said, those bunkers and stuff are just for me too. When I first started looking at them, I'm like, But when you go out and like you did on boots, and you're looking at it, and you're thinking, okay, this has to do with the X Factor too. Um,
Yeah,
I
for
mean, they've
sure,
already
man.
lied about everything anyway. Why not lie about really the narrative of the wars, which they do now? Um,
Mm-hmm.
Not saying there wasn't wars, just saying all the stuff really built most of it. They didn't build it; it was there,
Mm.
left over.
Yeah.
You know, it's like photoshops. They just take a Photoshop of Photoshop of people standing there, whatever, taking pictures, um,
Mm.
and those people could really be in the war, and they're just, all right, let's take a picture right here, and then now that's what we're looking at, and they present it as, we conquered this place, and whatever, but
Yeah. I
outstanding.
think they staged so many of these photos like
Hmm.
during the Second World War. Like they just had a bunch of people in black coats and whatever, and took photos for whatever bullshit narrative they're gonna push.
Yeah.
Because I imagine the lies they told for the war, they had to be incredible. And now the bad part is most people that were are alive at that time, they are now too old and dead. Usually, it's getting rare to find people who was there to tell the truth. But there is people, of course, who wrote books and everything. So we just got to dig it up somehow.
Right. Like you said, it's getting harder because all those people. I mean, people are obviously dying earlier. Um, there's nobody was there in 1890 or even 1902 or 1920. I mean,
Mm.
they can erase history really quick with plaques, books, indoctrinated school, everything else. You don't. I never really saw that completely until Meltology. So,
Yeah,
um,
that's why it's so important for people to realize this stuff. It explains so much. Everything just falls into place, and you just understand the reason they lie about everything is to hide this stuff here. Because this, for me, it reveals the potential of humanity if we can just fucking, you know, live together in harmony
mhm.
instead of hating your neighbors and all that stuff, all this silly ass racism going on and yeah,
It's all
low
talk.
vibrational stuff. Yeah.
Everything's division, man. I mean, everything, and they divide, and then they keep dividing the division through mainstream and stuff. You can just say, black, white, red, yellow, whatever, and then from there they even split that up in division, just making references to words, but um,
Mm.
it's all about division. Keep the people divided, and everybody thinks something different and just totally away from what you're walking on and what happened here, and some stuff you can just pick up and touch, and make sense of it, really. Um, so
Yeah.
it's quite an experience.
It is. It is fun though to learn together with you guys, and everybody, everyone is doing such a great job, sharing it out and talking about it, mentioning it, tagging people, stuff like that. So it's great to see this community getting it to figure it out and not tolerating the bullshit that have happened in the past, with specific individuals. Fuck all that nonsense and just keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very
We're,
important. Yeah.
we're domestic terrorists and racists. That's a joke, I hope.
Yeah.
Far from it. All right. Well, I'll go ahead and get into my evidence. I'll just go ahead and pull it up and then kind of explain some stuff.
Yeah, sounds good.
Let's see here. Share screen. All right.
Yes.
Full screen. Let's see here. Okay.
Yes.
You can see that, I guess.
Yes. Yeah, we can see it.
All right. So I went to this place a while back. It's just in the middle of town down the street. I couldn't see hardly any of this. This guy that lives on the hill, he cleared it out this summer, like big time. It was all overgrown. So I actually talked to the guy. He didn't own this property, but he let me. He said, "Yeah, you can take video, pictures, whatever you want." So I was allowed to go around here, and there is brick everywhere. The lady that owns it, she lives in like Atlanta, but not even near here. But she didn't have any. He says that she didn't have any black and whites. There's just nothing on it. So, but there's a lot of houses and stuff that are built on top of this stuff with today's, say, brick or siding or whatever, all over the place around me, actually.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's mangled.
Yeah. This is just, and you can't see yet, but I will show. This was brick. Just totally melted, mangled. And this guy, he dug all this out. He did a great job for me.
Yeah.
Because this was just totally covered. And I'll show too, as the one to the right of this on down is straight up and down, and they start to expand on the other ones. And then this is the only one that has this. And I just think about maybe this could have been brick as far as sticking out, or it could have been electrical energy and made it shoot out a little bit. I have no idea. But I was lucky that this guy cleaned this place up, and everything that was laying on the ground around, or maybe he dug some stuff up, he laid on all these ledges, and there's just bricks and stuff everywhere. Not that one. Let's go to this one. Oops, sorry. Paused it there. Just kind of let this play. We're going to walk along this wall. Kind of look closely at this stuff. It's multi-level. I'm going to try to find a maybe noticeable break in all of this rock and quartz and everything else. Here are the stairs.
Damn.
Yeah,
got hit hard, that place.
Yeah, it got hit hard. And all the stairs are different too. Some are just completely look like concrete. To go all around this. And some out, like I said, have the rocks bulging out. Atlanta.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, just think of how hard this would be to put together and just mortar all this together. I mean, it's just totally ridiculous, and especially how 90-degree and flat like the walls are, the rocks. They just put them perfectly where it's all looks very very flat.
Yeah, exactly, man. Makes zero sense.
Yeah.
After you discover maltology, you just see it for what it is. Oh yeah, some brick in there.
Yeah, you can see the little pieces of brick.
Getting spots of red here.
Yeah, you can just talk over my voice if you need to. Is that it's
Let's
not
see.
too loud, is it?
Some of this stuff.
Oh no, it's all good. Yeah.
This is part of the structure. And you can see there's no cinder blocks or anything, and then they stuck these rocks on there. It's all supposedly constructed like this, very 90-degree straight. Some are slanted. There's a little slant off here. Some nice
Right across from the
bricks
Citgo.
here.
Yeah. Yeah, brick right there.
Yeah, all that's just cooked.
Check out the tops here. Wow, look at that.
I've got some pictures of this, but you can see it kind of bulging here.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah. Oh yeah, I can see it's going a little wavy here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
Steps to nowhere. Obviously, this used to be structures, but somehow this is all they got left.
Yeah, there's just no evidence of anything that was there. They could have torn it down, some of it, but I don't know why they would have done that.
And right behind it, there's
Yeah.
a hill that goes up. Pretty flat here, and then slams into the hill.
Probably more stuff under the brick ash in the area too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what is that?
Yeah, this is a really weird piece.
Wow.
Whoa.
It weighed nothing. It's almost had some material on it. I couldn't figure it out.
Damn. It looks very cooked though.
Mm-hmm.
Just a material, and that is nuts. Piece of iron looks like. Probably just came out of the ground while he was cleaning up. It's just like some kind of piping.
Maybe some kind of ceramic or piping.
Yeah.
Interesting. A white looking brick. It's a really close shot of that.
See the little pieces of the brick in it, the red.
Yeah, and some viscous holes.
Putting out for me. Brick.
Nice black, almost.
A little scorched.
That's good. Thanks. Just trying to really get in there.
Steps. A little less damaged than the ones over there I was just at. Or down there, actually. Just notice how flat. Really flat.
Yeah, it's very flat.
This angle.
Yeah, it would just take you forever just to get the right side of the rock
Columns
to create that flatness.
Yeah.
made of rock.
It's so
The
cooked.
ones that I think the least damaged over here, they are straight up 90-degree down columns. And the further you get this way, the more they kind of, say if you were melting something on a pot and then it kind of expands down the bottom, expanding out a little bit. That's what these columns look like. So the almost perfect ones here.
And these are just so straight up and down
stuff.
compared to the other ones.
Yeah.
But I mean, how? You got to ask questions. How would you do this? How do you get it so perfect? Why would you do this? This whole town's made of brick. There's obviously brick everywhere. These have been picked up. This is curved a little bit. Top.
Yeah, it's bent.
Nice variety. So it's got the mortar still on it.
Yeah, these are all just X Factor to me. Every one of them.
We have
Stamped one.
bam,
It's stamped.
brick. That is yellow. Probably
Just a little bit of mortar on them.
during the heat.
And that's another thing. I mean, there's just bricks with no mortar, and you know how hard it is to get mortar off? It's just extremely difficult. You have to
Yeah.
just hit it and hit it and hit it.
Yeah, I actually did some of that. I worked at a farm in 2020, and that was before I knew about the melt. And he had a whole bunch of old wall fried bricks, and
It just gets
I had to knock off the motor on it because he was gonna sell it to some, and it's a lot of work, yeah, with a hammer.
Yeah.
Knock it off, knock it off.
Yeah, I've seen piles around here out in the country that they have some leftover. I think they're old world brick stuff on their property, and they knock the mortar off of it, and then they
drift to the
pile
right.
them up and reuse them and stuff.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Here's just pictures. Go through some of these. Let's see. And just the line here. I don't think they put rocks and then they would do decorations, stick some out like that. It's all, it seems to be electrical heat maybe coming through, energy, just in this one spot.
Damn.
Here in the middle of what you would think would be just concrete on top of these rocks, where you have all this in the middle of it.
Yeah, rocked up bricks in the middle of it.
Yeah, that you would just put rocks and then form a perfect square around just rocks. Never seen that really done myself.
Yeah.
So,
Same. Yeah, I can see it.
thing
They're
here.
stuck in there.
Let's see here. It's just a close shot of that brick there. I like that one just because it was a little wavy.
Yeah.
But the holes are curious too. Like the rebar, the supposed rebar, and thinking some of them went through these bricks, because I've seen brick through the rebar actually, and this could be an example of that. Oh.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. They had to get it through there somehow, so it makes sense. Oh, that big one, that's thoroughly cooked, that one, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Black. You got red and black, and it's crystal. A lot of this is crystallized too.
Yeah.
But you can just see it's straight. These are bricks. Let's see. Just really cooked. You can see the mortar, what's left of it, kind of going all over. All this is mortar here.
Oh yeah,
Um,
melting down.
This is really cooked here. Not sure what material this is. I'm sure there's some brick in it. Almost looking ironish.
Oh yeah,
Metal.
damn.
This one's just cooked out all in the middle.
Oh
Crystallized. Still got a little red here. The mortar.
oh yeah, the texture reveals it all. Yeah.
This is what's under all this concrete looking stuff. Just mangled little pieces of red. Let's see. It's a close shot of what looks like cement concrete again, but you got these huge rocks in it. Little pieces of red. This brick, mortar, probably a coating facade. Just a very, just a lot of variety at this place as far as what the supposed concrete looks like.
Yeah. Damn.
Just, Chris, and it goes down here. It's just really nuts. You know, when I first started doing boots, I would have never even really stopped at this place. I just kind of I wouldn't go along with the narrative, but just say, oh, that's old. I'm not going to pay attention to it. But
yeah,
it's all the same. Just a piece here. Mortar.
oh yeah. Cooked out, expanded too. Damn.
Let's see. It's just a long shot. There's multiple. There's like 2 or 3 of these that just go down, but there's nothing. Just stairs. And actually, if you go past this place on the road right down here, you can almost see it. It's just, it looks like this stuff, but it's like mountain, what they would say mountain. There's just lines, and it's kind of tumping over. I didn't get any shots of it.
Yeah. So much stuff over at your place in Alabama, and it's so good that you're there and you can document it all.
Yeah.
Because I feel like in Norway, there isn't as much stuff around. I think this place got very, very melted, and most of the pockets are, just a church here and there, and it's not so much else. It's gone here, I think.
Right. I'm really fortunate to have a lot of this stuff around me.
Yeah,
because there are spots that you walk on. It's just melted totally building. There's nothing really that you just walking on. It looks like, say, concrete, in the supposed foothills or mountains. So there's a lot of places that did get totally cooked, but it did leave a lot, it seems. But just comparing the left to the right column here, this one's just totally almost gone. It's like melted. And there's no like hammer marks, like somebody knocked this off and then all this was weathered. It's all seared together. And the stairs, just comparing the stairs from here, well, there's not a shot here. Here's a closer shot of that one column.
Yeah. It's all together.
Just a fried brick. That's the bottom of it.
Mangled.
Trying to find the side of it, and it goes this way too. Thinking electrical heat, maybe it might made it pop out like that, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Here is a underneath shot. Pretty good one where you can see. Yeah, this is just the outside of it, and all the brick is just churned and turned to this, the rock. You would never put all this together and then, okay, I'm going to get some 2x4s and I'm going to form this concrete around it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just doesn't make any sense.
And there's a lot too. I was walking and I would just see, I couldn't dig anything up here, but I would just walk on a random brick and then this stuff just goes and disappears into the ground. Here's a closer up shot of that and how it's kind of bulging out a little bit.
Oh yeah, the texture. Yeah.
Let's see. Close shot of that piece, the black around it, kind of telling it's cooked. Don't know what this was, but I've seen a lot of piping made out of this actually.
Yeah, me too. It makes sense that it's some kind of pipe or something.
Yeah, really hard, ceramic-y, really tough. Here's a different piece.
Yeah.
And then the top of it, it's like changing almost to something else.
Suddenly all white there, yeah.
Yeah, almost crystally, but white.
I wonder if it's made from the same stuff as the brick, because it, looks kind of like a brick too, with all the red.
I think so. I think it definitely had whatever they made the brick from. If it was just clay first or wherever the brick came from, I think it is a lot of brick, clay, whatever in it.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like. This thing's just fried.
Oh yeah, it's scorched.
Scorched, yes. Yeah, I mean, none of that black were really. My hands were dirty because I was digging around everything, but this really doesn't come off as far as staining like as soot or something. It's just permanently like that.
Yeah.
Another stamped brick with no mortar on it. Got the vegetation trying to eat it up.
Oh damn. It gets in everywhere.
It does.
That stuff is crazy, yeah. All over.
They're relentless.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, I picked this piece up. The top of it is the cement looking like in the background here. And it's just all crazy brick everywhere. Brick.
Oh yeah, look at that. That piece is mangled. Holy.
And it changed to this here. Just, you would never do that.
Yeah. Nobody would build like that. Damn.
No.
Ask any bricklayer.
Exactly. They're like, nah, man, I don't know what they were doing back then, but that shit's bunk.
Yeah.
It's terrible. Oh, here it is where I lift it up.
All right, so as far as this piece, it's probably like on the top somewhere, probably. There's just stuff scattered everywhere, and the guy cleaned up and just laid all these pieces everywhere. So we have this. Under it is a gold mine of bricks. Just little pieces. Unbelievable.
So weird to find something like that just in the middle of town.
Yeah.
Piece right here.
Damn.
It's the little one. It's changed to starting to change to something else. Could be some kind of metal, but it's looking like these pieces of brick here. And then you have what looks like cement mixtures all on top of it, and just here's some more of this possibly piping, or who knows. Another little piece of brick. This is brick, and this is what's under or attached to all this. There's brick everywhere, actually, on the ground, and I've been stepping over it. It's in the dirt, so
Nice bubbly biscuing.
Oh yeah, viscous holes.
Play a shot of that.
Oh yeah, that's a good find. Yeah, that looks like some metal rod here, there.
Yeah.
Rusty, fried, something.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's definitely probably had some iron metal in this. So charred, and that dark color. That's what I usually see with when I can tell it's metal. Here too.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a shot, just all of it from across the street. It's all that's left.
Damn, yeah.
Let's see, that's just downtown. Let me go show a few pictures. That was that site of, let's see, of the natural supposed bridge. Where's that? There you go. I'd like to start. Where is that one picture? I think it's right here. Somebody pointed this out to me. It looks like almost like a piece of a column here. It's definitely not natural, but just kind of seared all this straight blocks everywhere. Huge trees growing on top of it, of the rocks, melted building.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow.
Let's start up here. I'm beginning to think these are possibly mortar lines. I don't know if you've thought about this kind of stuff, but in this same place, I saw straight ones. It was red, and the mortar was white, and it was coming out. But these are, I'm sure it had to do something with the crazy electrical heat energy, the vibrations. But the more I see this stuff, the more I'm thinking it could be mortar.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. And this event wasn't joking around, and all this crazy stuff happened to it. So anything is possible at this point, and I like when we can question everything, figure it out, because everything will lead us closer to the truth, figuring out what the hell happened and when and why.
Exactly. I remember when we went here a couple of weeks ago or so, my wife, this kind of stuff I was saying it was mortar. She's like, "What is that?" I'm like, I think it might be mortar. I don't know yet, but since then, stuff I've seen, other pictures, that's what it leads me to believe so far.
Yeah. Oh, that's a nice shot. Yeah.
Just
Side of that.
very cooked, very almost straight and 90 degree again.
Yeah.
Scream structure. This didn't just spit out and form like this in 2 million years.
Plate tectonics did that. Okay.
Yeah. So nice and neat and bridgy. Just ridiculous. Even the people, there was not that many there when I was there that day. And this one guy is like, I mean, how does it just form a rock like that? I just told the guy, I said, well, it does have half the name is called bridge.
Yeah.
He kind of looked, he said, That's all I said to him. I was with the family. I could have been with him another hour talking, but
Yeah. Oh yeah, look there.
more cooked out.
Oh, thoroughly cooked. Yeah.
More mangled here. Let's see. This blocks, brick lines.
Oh, so many straight edge lines.
Yeah, just
Everything in here. The blocks, the stairs.
yeah,
Some-
everything. These were here's your melted stairs. Obviously they put all this in here for your safety, but yeah, just blocks, big time everywhere.
Yeah.
And see, okay, so when they put these in here, right, at any place, look what it does over time. I mean, it's rusting really bad in places, and the iron we see that some are really old, supposedly, some are World War I, II. You know, they've stayed the same this whole time in pictures, and then when I revisit sites over a couple of years, I mean, nothing changes about them, about the old world metal or iron. Is I guess my point on that, I guess, but
seems to last forever.
Right. And they've even been damaged, and they're still lasting forever.
Yeah.
So they don't make it like they used to, right?
Oh, they don't, for sure. Yeah, now you gotta replace your car after 5 years because it's too rusty.
You're not kidding.
And here, in the winter time, they're using so much salt on the roads to melt this ice and everything, and the cars, they're just suffering so bad from it.
Yeah, it tears the cars up big time. We down south here, we always in America, if we're buying a car, we're like, is it from up north? Because they put all the salt down, and we don't buy them because they just tear the underside of the car up and the paint and everything else. But
yeah, it's pretty shitty.
Yeah, it's just they call this natural. I don't know. They get away with it somewhat, but
yeah, they do. But people probably haven't questioned it properly before meltology came on the table. So, these narrations and stuff, they claim that they will only last that long, Maybe we have to put up signs everywhere. Here, this is a melted building.
Oh, yeah.
This is a melted building.
We make our own damn plaques, right?
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah. You get some posters and just say, these are melted buildings. Stick them up everywhere.
Yeah. Would be fun. I do have a printer here, so.
Oh yeah, I do too.
Some
It'll
stuff.
be in black and white, but
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
that's good.
Oh, this is just swirling and twisting.
Oh yeah,
just strange. Got another shot of that. It's just another part. It's another huge archway.
Oh yeah. Can you see it? Huge blocks. Just screams viscous right there.
Yeah. Screams incredibly hot. Everything's bubbling, viscous, and stopped. Swirling around, just cooked out in here. And this piece, it's a huge wall. There's trees in the way right here, just straight down, but it's, let me get out. It's twisting over.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
Yeah, like that, connected to over here. And here's that same wall that's going down.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Just flat, straight, cracked.
They claim that's a natural formation?
2 million years old.
Oh, okay.
I'm not kidding.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, all of this is supposed to be about 2 million years old, they say, including this. with these obvious straight, some kind of rivets or whatever. This is just, it's either come apart or it's coming over, cracked.
Yeah.
It's kind of a close shot of what's inside of it. It's connected together. Just has this about a foot or two deep crevasse, whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
That same wall, and then it kind of bulges out on down and disappears into all this melt. That's all that is coming down. Huge trees growing on top of it. Let's see. It's interesting. A lot of people love each other and carve and play tic-tac-toe, obviously, but
Yeah.
just,
Oh yeah, that's just ballooned up bricks and
mhm.
swollen right there. Yeah. Oh.
More of that swirly. And when you see just a brick, some of them that are cooked in half or whatever, or just a piece, and you see the same swirly cooking going on a lot of the bricks that I've seen.
Yeah.
Been major heat damage. I mean, I have some here actually, but let's see. Just more barely seen, but this looks like almost archway-ish down here.
Oh yeah. See,
Kind of curving.
it's a nice curve to it. Tons of brick lines too.
I had a lot of these, I guess.
Oh,
Stuff amazes me,
Yeah.
especially touching it. It comes out about an inch or so, and just nuts.
Yeah. Whoa.
Here's one of the parts where I'm like, okay, so this is mortar. Really clicked, which I've thought that, but I haven't really. I want that shot, like everybody does, and or up close and personal. And this to me just screams red brick, mortar, brick mortar.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I agree. So I'll expand it out a little.
Yeah. Happy little tree growing on this supposed stone. Looks like it's rock curtaining over a little bit. It's covering all.
Yeah.
It's still red. All the green is the lichen or whatever algae or something growing on top of it. The old.
Yeah. You get that everywhere, basically.
Mm-hmm. Straight brick lines here. Let's see.
Huge block lines.
Yeah, they're just blocks everywhere. Yeah, how does Mother Nature form that? She's so good with flat surfaces and 90-degree angles and archways. It's incredible.
It's very incredible. Plate tectonics must be
It seems
magic.
impossible. Brick lines here.
Oh yeah.
Here. Let's see. Here. Lines, brick lines.
Yeah, mango.
Total destruction.
Yeah.
It's kind of curved all the way around. And again, a huge tree growing on here.
Oh, that's a big one, yeah.
Yeah. Big roots. Loving the melted building.
Yeah, tells it has been there for some time with the trees. But I still feel like this cataclysm was only like 200-300 years ago or something, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just what my heart tells at this moment. I could be wrong, of course, but it seems very recent.
Yeah. I first started looking a couple of years ago. I was at the 500 to 1,000, mostly 1,000. But so after time, like you said, I'm 250-ish, somewhere around there. It could be more, could be less,
Mm-hmm.
but like you said, don't know. But that's just what it looks like. Just with the trees too, especially trees and the metals, and
Mm-hmm.
it
Yeah,
just seems like a good number to me. I don't know.
yeah. It seems like we don't have trees that's 1,000 years old and stuff. We barely find these very very big trees. There is of course the redwoods,
Yeah,
which is the biggest trees we have now, and the biggest one of even the redwoods, they are all cut down now. So we have some
right.
left, but are they so big because they are so much older, or because they grow so much faster than regular trees? I have
Yeah,
no idea. I have no clue, but they are enormous.
yeah. They fooled us with the tree thing too. I mean, it's just as far as aging. I think that counting rings or stuff. I mean, it might work on some stuff. It just
Yeah,
I never really agreed with that stuff.
yeah,
So,
same.
but here's what you were talking about.
Oh
This
yeah,
water was coming straight out of it, and I try to zoom in. It kind of blurs a little bit, but this is the same color going all the way down here. It's all. I actually ripped some of this foliage off, uh, and it's all the same as up here. It's not like somebody just stuck this in there and then put some mortar around it or whatever, because it's all the same as all this around it. So
yeah, and it has to be connected to something that's still pumping water.
yeah, and there's no leaking. I mean, it's
Hmm.
coming all out of this pipe. So
Yeah, um, it's amazing evidence right there. It's a building.
yeah,
It's so easy since we know this now. It's so obvious and easy, and it makes it feel weird how people can't see it when we present it and explain it the way we do sometimes. It's
right.
yeah,
Um,
it's strange.
this is just quick. I'll just go ahead and play. I've shown this before, but I'm gonna play it again.
Yeah, play it
Uh,
again. There is probably new people in
uh,
here, so
yeah, it's one of the more crazier things I've seen. But yeah, like you're saying, it's just I see it and I'm like, man, I'm so glad I know somewhat what all this is, and then so it makes sense when you see this stuff.
mm, yeah. Damn. Yeah, that's a very good find right there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It wasn't even in the pamphlet.
Yeah.
Indoctrinated pamphlet. So
Yeah.
yeah, I was very
Yeah.
excited about that one. Huge, straight up and down, huge blocks. Blocked up here.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do a few more. And this area here is pretty amazing. I mean, just you could see just huge blocks, straight lines. This is all connected, all a building. You have straight here, here.
Mm.
Let's see. I'll even let this play. Yeah. It's turned like a slatey down here below. Oh yeah, I wanted to show this right here.
Oh damn. Yeah.
Let's see. When I zoom,
It's too much straightness here for this to be natural. Yeah.
yeah, straight everywhere.
Everything. Yeah.
And this almost looks like a little archway, maybe the top layering
Yeah.
here.
Oh damn.
Now, my kids.
Very, very destroyed buildings. They also interested in meltology?
Yes.
Yes.
My daughter, she's now 11. Been mentioning to her for about a year or so, and she sees it. She sees what I'm doing, but yeah, my two sons, they see it more and more actually now.
Oh, that's beautiful, Mark. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah.
They're almost 21, so I started doing this when they were just before graduating high school. It was like 3 years ago, I guess, or two and a half. I guess when I was started doing the videos and stuff. But yeah, I at first, they probably thought, "Oh, crazy dad," and but yeah, they're into it, so it's great.
Yeah, you just have to prove it for them.
Right. You
Yeah,
really
great
just
job, man. Yeah.
I mean, with all the
beautiful.
melted bricks I have in here, my melted brick closet. I mean, it's hard to get where you can't see it around here.
Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah, anybody comes over, I just hand them a brick if they ask about it. Well, here, how'd this happen?
Yeah.
Half
Nice to
brick,
have a
half-
little collection for yeah,
Yeah.
to show people and look at. And Kairos is the mad scientist. He's also fun to watch when he's doing these experiments on the bricks.
He's great. I mean,
Yeah.
just incredible stuff. He just put out a couple videos yesterday, but and man, that Sutro, I think it was called, that melted brick avalanche he shows is just incredible.
Oh yeah, I love that one.
Just obviously structure 90 degree, and then it slopes this way. And nature just doesn't build this up. Oh.
Yeah.
It's that same picture. And this we're walking, this is just by itself, and all this out in the middle of nowhere, obviously, but they put this piping here through it. I don't know why, but it's plastic. But this is just looks left over to me. Same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they probably say in the pamphlet the Indians put this together. I'm not sure, but there's nothing around this place.
Yeah, has to be some remains. Yeah.
Yeah. I just took this because it was cool. All roots growing up into the melt, basically into the ground.
Damn.
And I guess they have rock stacking competitions around here. Walked up and there's just stacked rocks everywhere. Yep. Yeah, everywhere.
Oh yeah, look at that. Some of these stacked rocks are crazy, and they it shows that the Earth doesn't move and spin 1,000 miles an hour and everything.
It's a big clue.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not moving. Let's see. So this is my boot rock.
Oh yeah, boot rock even.
Yeah.
Damn.
Just a couple more. This is curved. It goes all the way down. Like there was something here, maybe piping or something at one time. Or in here. It's just a front shot of it going down. Very interesting. More building. See the brick lines. Lines. There's where you start getting that look.
Yeah, the mortar thing. Yeah.
This total melt job. Huge blocks. It's like it's separating or expanding, all kind of shit.
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
I think that's it. And we're going to roll with that. We're going to end that. Let's see. There we go.
Oh, there we go. Hello.
So yeah, I know the first part was a little different, but it's everywhere around here. Foundations and people build houses and stuff on it, and but it's just old world leftover melted brick. Um,
Yeah, all of it is. There is
mhm.
just no way around it. We have seen too much now for years and years. Thousands and thousands and thousands of photos has been presented throughout all the channels, and it all looks the same. The damage, anywhere you go, it's all the same.
Yeah,
Like
every,
building, like features and the melt, and yeah, it's all the same.
um, and it puts a smile on my face every time I go out. I'm just keep proving it to myself,
Yeah,
trying to disprove it, and it goes the other way. Um, First thing I see, I'm like, well, damn, there's another brick.
yeah,
Right out of the side of that supposed whatever, how many thousands or millions of years old thing, and it's pretty incredible. Um, uh, and especially with the iron and all that kind of stuff too.
yeah,
It's just really unbelievable. This place was massive. Um, who knows how it was put together? Um,
yeah. That's a very good question. Was it built? Was it rendered? Was it created with some,
yeah,
magic god or all this stuff? How the hell, if they built it, how the hell did I get all those bricks to build it? From where?
yeah. Where did it come from?
Yeah,
And was it like you said? Was it just built like that, and then maybe possibly it was added on, or was there just nature, quote nature, which is hard to tell what nature is besides life um,
yeah,
that we know of, or and then it got built. It's just so hard to. I mean, it's really unbelievable as far as trying to figure that out because it's so massive.
yeah,
Everywhere you go, you're walking on melted building.
yeah. All
And
continents, and even under the floodwaters too. They call it the ocean. It's all melted under there too. So that's that's also evidence of this flood that happened during or after. So that's also interesting.
yeah, and they go
Yeah.
for miles down the the supposed mountains under the water. So it's all building.
Hmm.
Um, that I don't. I mean, it wasn't covered in water before. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. So and was I don't know. Somebody asked me the other day, was water added, or did it come from above or whatever? And I said, well, to me, it's all the plumbing that busted when everything melted. So everything's going crazy and it's just leaking like your house would leak if it was bulldozed, and water
Yeah.
would continue unless you shut it off. Uh, but and was more water added after during the X factor? It's just can't tell. Um, but I
Mm.
personally think, I mean, most of it looks like came from, it's just everything was wiped out and then it's just free flowing everywhere. And then it
Yeah.
got to a certain level and it
Yeah.
stopped. But it seems to me too, it's recycled. It goes somewhere and then comes out, still comes out constantly.
Yeah.
The level really never changes. So that we see.
Yeah. It never changes. That's also a scam, of course, with the global warming and just fear propaganda. It's all nonsense. I've seen like a photo from the 1900s early of some kind of structure in the water, and now 2020, and it's exactly the same.
Right.
And so much of this ice have melted, and there is not any racing in the waters now.
Yeah.
And also, meltology have discovered that not even everything is ice in Antarctica and wherever they claim it's cold. It's just crystallized. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
And when you compare that, the crystallized or the say the icebergs, glaciers, and you see the archways, right? So there are archways everywhere, and there's archways all in the mountains. So they say total opposite narratives of how these archways were formed.
yeah,
You got the above the ground, and then water comes through it, whatever, and then you've got these supposed ice, and they look exactly the same. Uh, and they're giving a total different narrative. Oh, it snows, and then
yeah,
each year it compacts, it goes up, and then it forms these wonderful buildings. Ice.
Yeah.
So it's just if you just compare that, if you think, you're just like, wait a minute, it's contradicting itself a little bit there. So just crazy.
I gotta look up some more ice photos. I think it's been a while since I've done that. Some
Yeah, me too.
Antarctica, and it's fun to bring that some in here too, so we can bend some minds a little bit and deprogram. Yeah,
I've been thinking of getting a bunch of archways, mountain-ish rock archways, and then those, and then looking exactly alike. Okay, tell me how this happened. I think it's real hard for a lot of people, even if into meltology, say a little bit, to look at that and be like, wait a minute, I mean, that's ice.
Yeah.
But it's really not. Everything has water in it. Everything freezes. It's just like the what I was showing, the water's coming out of the rock. I mean, it's the same thing is happening with all these ice walls or supposed ice walls and like glaciers or whatever. The water's just still running through it, and it just presents it to look like, say, ice or melting, but it's not melting.
No, it's not. It is not melting. So that's gonna be something I'm gonna do in the future, close future, to do some more Antarctica research, I think, and ice glaciers, and see if I can find something from the North Pole. That's so funny, because when I went to school, they told me, oh, it's just ice in the North Pole. But if you go on Google Maps now, it's nothing there. It's nothing on the North Pole, at least on Google Earth. Yeah, there is nothing anymore.
No, it's water.
Yeah.
Right? And I did that like a year or two ago, and I'm like, wait a minute, where the hell's the North Pole? They showed me this book, and it was right here.
Yeah.
It's not there anymore. Wait.
Yeah, it's not there. So I don't know what's up with that. I think they're just hiding, whatever the North Pole is. The Richard Admiral Byrd interview, he said it was very beneficial for humans to be at the North Pole and live there, and he said it was crowded and everything in the interview. So that's very interesting.
Yeah.
And if the Northern Lights are generated there, must be some kind of crazy tech or something still working there. I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah,
I agree completely on that with the Northern Lights.
Yeah.
Like something's going on up there, machinery or something. This whole thing is a machine, was a broken machine, but that might even be more protected. I don't know I don't know. They'll kill you either way, right? If you get my kayak and I'm done, they're gonna off me trying to get to either one of those places. But
there was a few years ago, I think, a Norwegian guy who was arrested for going towards south too much.
Mm-hmm.
So they track you down, and it's very difficult to do at this point, which is very sad, because somebody has to go there and prove this fucking wall or whatever is there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever is there, I don't know if there is an ice wall or a dome. I have no clue, but something is there, because so much of this stuff happened, just during the 1900s and stuff. Like NASA was created 58 or something, and the Antarctic Treaty just before that. So all of this globe nonsense and hiding of land and stuff happened now the last century. So all this stuff was new, and they found, oh, it's a dome, and they had to hide it. So I do believe the globe to only be 100 years old, maybe. In some cases, there was this interview also with this old lady, 100 and whatever years, 103 or something, and she was taught flat Earth in schools, and then they changed it, apparently. Wow. So that's strange. Yeah, that's strange. How did they pull that off to teach them flat Earth, and then now it's a globe, and it worked? How?
Right. I just recently heard that, what you're saying too. I'm like, really? That short time period, and then they just got rid of it like that? When it's kind of taught, I guess.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. It's really, I mean, hell, we see it today. They change words every day. They change narratives almost every day. If somebody finds something suspicious, oh well, and then they change a little bit of wordage or verbiage on it, and nothing happens.
It's so easy for them to do, and I think so many people are watching YouTube videos now to educate themselves, and I think they pump out so much bullshit onto YouTube with all this, you know, the voice that speaks sounds like AI, and they have this bullshit narrative with so many years, and they bring some globe propaganda in there and some aliens and stuff, you know. So they're filling YouTube with all this nonsense. So we just gotta fill it with some truth here. So,
Yeah.
that's
Exactly. It's like they're trying to divide, like you said, with just different stuff, aliens and it's just mystery, history, and it's just there's just all kind of junk on there that they present, and a lot of people are like, "Ooh, it just interests them," you know, something different, because hell, what you learn is boring anyway. So yeah, they're really messing everything up as far as trying to deter us away from the melt, which is so easy to see.
Yeah, so easy and so damn important too. Yeah.
It really is.
Better understand history and what was taken from us.
Yeah, number
How
one.
robbed we're being, as humans. Damn, that's
And we're
crazy, man.
still being robbed.
Yeah.
With knowledge and in our pocketbooks or wallets. Unbelievable. I don't know how. I wish everybody would stop voting. Number one.
Yeah. They had the voting yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Who did you vote for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I voted for you. That's the yoke.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be nobody ever.
Yeah, nobody. Yeah.
Yeah, it's never going to change. Whoever.
No reason to vote for these stupid ass politicians. And here in Norway, they are clueless. I mean, I don't know. They're too dumb to be politicians, but they are still, and it just makes them fuck the country up even more.
Yeah. They seem dumber and dumber. Just the person speaking. I'm like, how do you even put somebody in that? Well, you're going to rob people and all that, and try to convince them and lie to them. And you're putting the wrong person in there, because it's not working. I mean, it's looking like, wow, are these just totally just? I don't want to say bad names of certain people, but it's unbelievable. The last 3 or 4 years of just governors and senators, and they've got these commercials, which I don't watch much, but I'll see certain channels I watch, and they'll show them, and I'm like, what is going on around here, man? I mean, what the fuck? It's just
it's a shit show, man.
Yeah, big
holy
time.
Fuck, yeah.
I guess we can at least laugh about it, and I'll just go on to melted bricks.
Yeah,
so
stick to the bricks and screw that whole political theater. It's not worth it to give it any attention, in my opinion. I don't care whatsoever what they do, and you know, the news and everything. Don't care. I never look at it. I don't care, because it doesn't affect my life. It's all a bunch of bullshit. So that's the best advice I have for people out there. Right. Turn off the television and start using your own brain to think.
Yeah.
Exactly. Otherwise, someone will think for you, and that's dangerous.
Trying to do.
Yeah.
It really, for me too, I know for everybody, just brings you more peace. The longer you go without watching any of that crap, the more you're just like, it's peaceful. There's no fear. There's no, it's all bullshit. So I'm like, well, what you got? I mean, unless I don't care if there's this huge atom bomb you're claiming that's going to drop on me. Well, bring it on. I don't care. I'm not going to be scared of some bullshit CGI and all that. It's just
it's a relief. You avoid this fight and flight mentality, and a little bit ago, like a week or two or whatever, people were starting to talk about a meteor hitting the Earth again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, the Earth is flat. I'm gonna sleep very good tonight.
Like, let me get my binoculars.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
They're
funny.
so afraid of this. Oh, something is gonna hit us. Yeah, it was in newspapers and shit. And I saw an article on Facebook, and they were commenting like these globe people, and yeah, it's just
Well, they did that whole NASA thing not too long ago about hitting that asteroid or whatever, like 2 million miles away. Such a joke.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all in there, clapping. Oh, we hit it, and they spent like what 60 billion on this supposed satellite, and they just rammed it into a supposed meteor, and they show you this. They just show you this little rock, right? And it's just, oh, it's going 3, 2, 1, and then everybody's high fiving, and then it's a joke. I mean, and all these millions and billions of dollars of like, where is that really going? Like, because you just showed me a screen and a blip, and saying how we're going to save Earth from all these meteors. It's just like, oh my god. But
what a shit show, man. And the funniest part is that we used to believe it for many years ourselves. Or you're muted. I think you muted yourself. I don't know what's up. Mark, I can't hear you, man. I don't know what's going on. You are muted. Can you hear me? Hey guys, chat. I don't know what's going on. I'm just sitting here. He's talking and talking and talking, but I can't see them. I can't.
well, damn it, I was muted.
Yeah, I tried to tell you,
Wait,
bro.
Are you muted?
I'm not
What's
muted.
going on here?
I'm not muted, I think.
Wow.
Can you not hear me? Oh, you can't hear me. What the hell? I'm not
Let's
muted. I
see.
think.
Hello?
Hello.
What the hell?
Let's
see.
Hello.
Hello? Hello? What the hell?
What's going on, man? You can't
hear me, right?
I can. Yeah.
You can?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can hear you now.
I have done something.
We hear you both. Okay, so he must have turned down the sound on his computer or something.
Yeah, I can't hear Yoakum though. Everybody can hear
Yeah.
everything going on, but I cannot.
I don't know what happened.
I'm gonna go out and in real quick.
Yeah, that usually solves it. Must have been some volume issues or something. I don't know. A little bit technical difficulties, but that's fine. Can you hear me now? No.
It's like my speaker just totally went out.
Yeah.
Coming from my computer. I really apologize, guys. I know you can hear me, but
yeah, it's fine. Meltheads are patient, so it's all good. I can't fix it from here, I think.
Wow. Well, I know what it feels like being deaf.
Yeah. No bueno.
I don't know what happened.
I don't know either, man.
I'll tell you what, well, let's see. Why isn't this working? All right.
Yeah, stupid
Can you hear me,
politicians.
Yoakum?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to totally leave the stream and I'm going to come back. It shouldn't be a problem because you're admin. So I'm just going to totally leave and I'm going to come back.
Yeah, sure, man.
Sorry, I can't hear shit. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
okay. Good stuff. Yeah. Okay, I can do some comments while we wait because we haven't had a chance to check out too many comments. We've been too busy showing the melt. And let's see here. You and Mark needs to do another show. I'm down for that for sure. Yeah, I really enjoy doing this together with Mark. He's a nice guy, very calm. We match energies very well. So can hear you both. Yes, chatting about stupid politicians. Yeah, they seem to get dumber and dumber every year, and now they're just too brainless to I don't even know some of the decisions they do.
Oh, it worked. I can hear you.
Oh, you can hear me now?
Damn it.
No.
That was crazy. Yeah, I couldn't hear anything.
I don't know. I have no idea what happened, man.
I don't either.
Well, we're back. That's good.
Yeah, my computer muted what I could hear from y'all or your end. So anyway, right on.
Yes.
Um,
Beautiful stuff.
I don't even know what I was talking about, but thanks everybody, and thank you, Yoakum.
Yeah, I think we were chatting about these dumb politicians.
Yeah,
and stuff, and yeah, to not watch any of the television stuff. It's the best thing you can do in your life is when you turn off the television.
Yeah.
Stop paying for those TV channels and stuff. It's just paying to just get dumb, basically.
Yeah.
So there's no reason for doing it anymore.
I don't know. It's been really since Meltology. It was before that when I really clicked off the TV as far as different shows or something. It wasn't many at the time, but it's been a while, and I love when somebody asks me, "Hey, man, did you see that or whatever?" And I'm like, "I have no idea what you're talking about, man."
Yeah.
No clue.
Yeah.
I won't be rude about it. I'm like, "Well, who is that and what happened?" Or something.
Yeah.
But no clue. And
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
So.
It's the best. Yeah. Yeah. It's very easy if you're gonna figure out what people are thinking about one day, then just go to the newspaper and read through it.
Yeah.
If it's this, and there was a time they all talked about Russia and these pipes that blew up and stuff. They all talked about that. It's just some programming, and then apparently they found a passport there, or some stupid shit like that, right? So, I mean,
everything's melted to hell, but we got a passport.
Yeah, got a passport. So, I mean, what kind of if you're gonna sabotage these pipes, are you dumb enough to leave your passport there? I don't think so.
Right. I was talking about the old 911. I didn't know they.
Oh yeah. That too. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, apparently everything melts, but not passport paper.
Yeah. Yeah. Need to build buildings out of passports, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, is it real? Did they really blow it up? Did they really? Most of that stuff is just probably.
Oh yeah.
Just talking. They're all in it together.
Yeah, they are. All countries,
everyone,
and everything. So I mean, who knows if they really did? It's just to blame it on whoever, and people are blaming Putin and whatever. Who cares? They're all actors, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They point
distracting people from the melt. So.
Yeah, that's what it's really about. It seems like.
Yeah.
Just keep your eyes off of everything around you, what you're walking on. Keep it on this screen. Keep voting. Keep working. Work harder. I know we take more. That's why you got to work harder, so you can give us more of your time and energy. It's just a total evil cycle, man. It's just nuts. But I used to get a little bit depressed about it. I don't anymore. I just kind of smile because I know what's going on halfway at least, and And all these guys in the past couple of years, all these melt heads, women, men, kids, and then they're teaching people and their kids. So that's the real battle that we can win. It's being like this. There's no weapons involved. It's just knowledge.
Knowledge is the most powerful weapon. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And once you see this, it just everything's a lie, basically, because it's built on lies. Everything, all these formations and castles and all these time periods. Well, no, what we're seeing is just a total melt job at some point, and so now you've got to. It's none of it works as far as all your stupid narratives and plaques. So, but
yeah.
Anyway,
damn,
well, man, I guess we're gonna jet. You want to say anything to anybody? This is it's 50-50 show, remember?
Yeah, it's 50-50. Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to thank you, Mark, for being here and for your time and your research. The boots on the ground is always good. And also all the beautiful melt heads in the chat that's always around, sticking together like a family, looking for this truth, sharing it, and the more we share it, the less the chances for this truth to get buried again, right? It's very important because as generations die, knowledge dies too. So
yeah,
they really cannot bury this again. I don't know how long it will take for all of humanity to understand this. Probably gonna take a while, but just keep the truth alive all the time. Share it out here and there, and don't let them censor us too much. Don't be afraid to speak the truth either, because low vibrational people who can't handle this truth, they will just disappear a little bit from your life, and that's sometimes a good thing. Trust me. I've been through and lost people, but I still have the best people around me now. Still got my brothers, even though we disagree with a lot of things. We still talk, we still hang out. Got my mom, and even though they think I'm some crazy flat earther or something, but we still have a very strong bond. So the real people will stay, and those weak-minded people, they will leave, but that's fine. The truth is more important. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Thanks for all your time and presents, Meltheads, and we might do this again sometime, Mark. I'm down for that.
I love it, man. I really would. Yeah. Thank you so much again. I can't thank you enough. I know I've been bugging you about it for months, and
no, it's fine, man. Had to do it at some point anyway. So yeah, sometimes I just need a little kick in my ass to get shit done. So don't worry about that. So it's all good. Yeah.
But we'll definitely get together again and just some more melt. And thanks everybody again for coming. And Meltology is the foundation towards truth. And we'll see you. Joachim will see you. I'll see you on our next stream, whenever that'll be, or videos. So peace out, everybody. Love you. See you guys.